as fuck. We're coming. Sorry about that. Hey y'all, welcome back to Straight Talk No BS. I'm Jay. I'm your host tonight, here with Tanya.
Hey.
And here with Taz. How y'all ladies doing tonight?
We doing.
All right.
Nay, she'll be popping in a few minutes for the audience. Y'all looking for Nay, she'll be here in a few. Anyway, y'all, tonight we're going to be talking about why men cheat. Now, we got some interesting responses to this question of why men cheat. So, I can't wait for us to dive into that and see some of the responses. I think a lot of it is denial, really.
Could be, but I don't know about y'all, but personally, I think everyone does.
You know, you think everybody cheats?
I have to say that. Everyone does. I don't want it to be misconstrued like, oh, well, we think only one species does, but I'm just saying.
So you saying men and women?
Yeah,
okay.
we both.
Or
Yeah.
are you
I
saying
know,
everybody as a whole?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Nah,
what I
don't be
thought she
like
was saying.
that.
That's why I was looking like, huh?
Francis said, "Huh? Wait a minute, hold up." No,
Yeah.
not like that. I just wanted to be. I wanted to say that I do think men and women do. Maybe not equally. In my opinion, I think men do it more.
Okay, do you think it's excuses or do you think there's a valid reason for cheating in some cases?
Valid reason?
Uh-huh.
A valid.
I'm on both sides of the fence and we'll get
A
into
valid
it.
reason,
Yes,
Francis.
yes.
What?
I'm
valid.
on both sides
Do
of
you
the
think
fence.
there's ever a valid reason to cheat?
Did she ask you that question? Answer that question.
No, you wasn't
That's the
looking. Your face wasn't in the camera, so you didn't see it was to any and all. So I just thought I would
Oh,
redirect it to you.
I thought I heard her ask you.
Gone.
That's bullshit. Cause she asked you. Y'all was talking. She asked you. You trying to give me the
Okay.
answer.
Do
My mouth
No.
full. I ain't got.
either one of you ladies
Well,
think that
guess
there's a
what?
valid reason?
Hold on. My mouth full too. Then.
Look, okay. So I think maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Taz, what you think? Do you think it's a valid reason for men cheating?
No, I don't know. Let me think about it.
No, I don't think it's a valid reason for anybody to cheat. I don't care what the situation is. If it's a lack of attention, talk to your partner. If it's lack of communication, somebody you don't think that your partner gets you the way that they used to, talk to them. You got to communicate. You got to sit down and talk about it. And because
I
there's
think
no
I.
reason to step out when you haven't even really assessed the situation. You haven't even really, given the partner a chance to hear how you feel if you ain't willing to talk about it.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the audience. Audience, do you think that there's a valid reason to cheat?
Everybody in the
Everybody in
comments.
the comments. I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Valid reason to cheat.
And I'll tell y'all later why I'm on both sides of the fence. So let's go over here and see what some of the men said why they cheat. How about that?
Okay. Still think they gonna come up with some.
You think they'll come up with some crap? Okay, let's see.
No.
I don't know why other men cheat, but I can tell you why I've cheated. Things just in my relationship wasn't going so well, and I saw things in other people that I didn't have at home. But I was wrong. Home is where the heart is.
He was saying home is where the heart is.
Okay, so he says that things were going bad at home, and he sought something else that he was missing at home in someone else.
Okay. That's not a valid reason. It's not a valid reason.
And I don't think. Wait a
But
minute.
one thing I got to give to him, at least he admitted that he cheated.
True, which is important. I think that. Okay, so there's probably not a good reason to do it, right? But it happens. So when it does happen, you can't excuse it, but you can kind of understand it. You can understand where they're coming from. I'm not saying that it's okay to do, but you can understand where they're coming from. I'm saying you get what I mean is the feeling of everyone's been in a relationship where sometime in some point something feels off. Something's off. Now it's not right to go find somebody else to fill that gap. You understand what I'm saying? but everybody can understand that feeling in your relationship when something is off. Now, what you do about it is totally the question here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but why? Why do you do it? And he said because something is missing. So I think I can understand that feeling. Not saying you're supposed to go find somebody else to fix it, but that feeling, I get it. I can understand that.
Okay.
Francis, what you got to say about his statement?
I don't think there's a ounce of understanding it. It's more so being you can either sympathize with it, you can, you know what I'm saying? I guess I don't know. No, I can't say that either because that's almost in that same. I don't. How you are you saying understand how the feeling, the emotional side of it?
Yes, I'm just saying that the
Okay.
feeling of knowing how there's something wrong or off in your
Mm,
relationship, you're like, damn, like
well,
where this used to be this, now it's not. And then you're just like, I can understand that feeling of something not being the same or something's off. Now, like I
like
said, with this, what you do about it is different.
um
Well,
he admitted, you know what I'm saying, that he did. He fessed up to it and he told why. The only thing to do now in his situation would be basically to, I mean, that's if, you know what I'm saying, it's still ongoing to try your best to repair that relationship, you know? I mean,
Yeah, definitely that. And I wonder, I think something else would have been a good thing to ask when we were doing this little poll is, well, how did you come up out of it, or what did you take from it? You know what I mean? Because it all goes bad. It all goes down bad, downhill bad. Anyway, hey, Nay.
hey,
Hey everybody. Hey,
Glad you could
sorry I'm
join
late.
us. We in here gossiping and talking about why men cheat, right? So
well,
we've given our own perspectives before we started watching the video. So we'll ask you, why in your point of view, why do you think?
A lot of it to me that I've seen in the past, it's some people get the thrill of it. Some people get the thrill out of cheating, and I'm not saying that in a bad way because I too cheated in a past relationship, but I wasn't looking for no thrill. I was empty. I was missing something, and I tried to fix home before I left home, and it didn't work. But as far as a man, the most men that I've talked to doing this journey, trying to find people to do on videos, it's the thrill. It's I guess it's a game for them, for me. And I've had some men, including mine, tell me, that's like breaking the bro code. Like I can't tell you why a man cheat. I'm not asking you.
Really?
I swear to God, I put that on my mom, and I'm like,
Breaking a guy code?
that's
You can't
breaking.
tell
I
why?
heard. I've asked multiple people.
I know,
I
but I can understand where you're coming from because we were polling a lot of people, and it was like, well,
it was a lot of hush lips. It's like
yeah,
men didn't really want to give up that information.
like-
Some of them was talking about, hey, Fifth Amendment.
right?
yeah.
I pleads the fifth. I mean, just be honest and open. So I give credit to the brother who did.
And
But
So
the
I
reason
wasn't
why I
asking
said-
nobody to give me nothing of their own personal business. I just wanted to know from a man's
period.
perspective.
In
In general.
general.
Yeah.
well, there's a lot of subjective reasons why.
You're not lying.
So we could be here for a million years to get all those. But when I was saying it's a valid reason, sometimes it can be valid. I believe that sometimes it can be valid because I know it's going to sound crazy, but sex addictions, it's just like a drug addiction where you don't have no control anymore. And when you don't have control, that addiction takes over you. So I can't just totally blame the person. I feel like they have to get help for that.
But hey, they
It's
might
true.
have to
There are
I mean,
men.
no. That's not. Hold on, you're jumping. I said what I was saying was I'm not saying that they might not need to get help, but you knew you had that addiction before you got with the person that you were with. So if you knew that you had that addiction and there was a possibility that you was gonna step out, then you should have never got with that person. So still, that is no excuse because you already know.
What if
your
they
mate.
didn't know? What if they didn't know, Taz?
How
What
do
if they
they
didn't
not
know?
know? How do they not know that they love sex? How do they not know that they have this addiction to sex? That they
Well, I
always
think that
want.
maybe in the beginning, when you first start a relationship with somebody, things are like hot and passionate. You know what I'm saying? You're probably doing it 2 times a day, whatever.
14 times
Yo,
a day.
I'm
Some of you know.
Yo, but eventually that newness wears off. So then once-
Butterflies are gone
Okay.
out of your stomach.
So-
and she's old to you now. You know what I'm saying?
you seeking that
start-
again.
the sexual intimacy slows down. So I
or
feel
it may
like that
not
man.
be. Go ahead.
I feel like the man would probably be satisfied in the beginning of the relationship, and then when it started slowing down, the sexual part of it, that's when he started stepping out. He probably felt in the
Or
beginning that that woman could fulfill everything.
That's
or
interesting.
maybe that she started noticing he wants it more than she did, and
Yep.
because that can wear on a woman's body. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. Mm.
therefore, it could have been, that was her reason for pulling back because, you know what I'm saying, that was too much for her. But even then, if you notice it before you step out, you need to go ahead and start talking. You need to go ahead and express what it is that you got going on
That
and how you can help, how it can be helped.
I
I
have
think that.
I have been
Go
in a
ahead.
situation, y'all, where the husband was committed to his wife and she was not able to perform sexually. And I was really young when I did what I did, and I can't erase it, but I did. And we had a mutual understanding that this man was not, for whatever reason, going to leave his wife. And when she went through whatever procedure she had to go through, and it was hard because we were both emotionally tied. We ended the friendship, relationship, or the deal, whatever you want to call it. And at the end of the day, I was left emotionally scarred because that man was good to me and my children. I was a single mother of 3 kids, and we ended up it ended up as a friendship. It wasn't, oh, let me just see what you got in your panties. It went down a road that it shouldn't have went down, and I regret that
yeah.
in my life because she was a wife, and
Okay.
she was
Yeah.
going through cancer. So I can't
Mm-hmm.
I can't go through cancer and be worried about you and your tail wagging.
Mm.
And
That
so
that's.
we had that
Go
agreement,
ahead.
and I'm not saying this or upholding it like it was supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to happen, but at the end of the day, him and I were both jacked up. We
Yeah.
parted as friends, and if I see him today, because every blue moon I will see him, he'll speak. It's not like he act like he don't know me or anything like that, but we got to sit down and have a closed discussion about what happened. He admitted that he was wrong, but yet hurt at the same time. It hurt me because you were there for me in my time of need, not just sexually. She
Yeah.
when she was going through the chemo or whatever and not knowing if she was gonna make it, we cried together. And like I said, I'm not saying it was right, but I did it. And that's
That's
still
that,
cheating.
that yeah well, that's a good example.
Yeah.
Some men can get caught up in between two
Emotional.
women emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And some people ask, can you be in love with two people at the same time?
Yeah.
Do y'all think that you
I
can?
think you can love someone, but I think your heart, you know where your heart is. And I'll use
True.
myself as an example. Leaving Mike, I wanted nothing but the best for him, but I was not in love with him. I have love in my heart for him. Still to this day,
Four.
I don't wish nothing bad by him, but I wasn't in love with Mike. So when
And
people
there
say,
is a
can you be in
difference.
love with two, that's two different definitions.
In love for both. Maybe that is the clarification because you can
Judy
have
don't
love
think
for
it's two
one,
different things, but
but
it
in
is.
love.
Because
No,
I
I
mean,
just
you know that
no.
there's a difference
I
in
know
that.
there's a difference, but I believe you can be in love with two.
In love.
I'm sorry, you can be in love with two people at the same time, but when you figure out what you want, it'll steer you toward the one that you really want to be with the most.
So keeping in with this cheating thing, why do men cheat?
I think a lot of times they fall in love with that other person that they're cheating with, but they don't want to let go of their primary that's at home. So they get caught up in between, and so they just rather live the two lives instead of letting go of one of those women.
Do women do this?
Yes, women do it.
Women do
Shoot.
it. I didn't agree with Francis when we first had the show about women, but women do it, and women do it better. Because I did it, and I had a clockwork. 12:05, 12:35, 12:45. It was clockwork. It was, and it was a job. It was a job that I did not get
A
paid
whole
for. But
situation.
it was a job.
Baby, that's what will make you stop real quick.
Because
All
it
that
is work.
stress and having to be on the clock when you don't want to be on the clock.
Yeah.
I have to say that the time that I cheated, it sounds crazy, but I cheated because out of revenge and anger. You know what I'm saying? And then I was mad at her for making me cheat. Because I was like,
oh, wait a
you
minute.
make that's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but
He
it's
said
true.
making me cheat. How can somebody make you cheat? How can somebody make you cheat?
Because you're the reason why I'm cheating, because you did something to me. You did something to me. So now I'm in my own bull crap, and I'm like, I got to get her back. I don't
So
like
it
to
was
cheat. I don't want to cheat, but
That
guess
was
what?
your
I
decision.
gotta.
Yeah, it was
That was
revenge.
your
No,
that was purely your
no,
decision.
no. It was my decision, but I'm saying that I did it out of revenge and I did it out of anger.
Look,
And
I'm saying,
and the crazy part about it, Taz, I was mad even on the date. When I'm with that person, I'm mad because I gotta be with your ass.
listen, I'm gonna tell you like
I ain't
this,
never been
and
mad on no date.
this is the thing. Anytime you do something for revenge or out of anger, is something you wanted to do from the get go. Period. That was just your reason for going. That's how you got to
No,
get to
no, no,
go
no,
do
no.
it. I ain't
No,
trying to hear
like I
that because
said,
because
no. Hold
anybody
on.
anybody hold on wait anybody
Go ahead,
if
Taz, and then
you're
I'll
if
clear it
you're
up.
if you're if you're in a relationship now, mind you, our significant other's gonna piss us off. But if that person can piss you off to the point that you can walk out that door and you can go be with somebody else just for the time being, that ain't where you want to be to begin with.
Now,
That's something
Okay,
you wanted to do.
wait, hold on. I'm gonna let Tanya speak after I say this again. Like I said, I was angry with the person that I was with. I was looking at them in disgust and mad, but I'm sitting out there with them on this date in the car. We chilling in the car. I ain't even paying attention to what they saying. I'm worried about when is Tanya gonna call me? When is she gonna call me? You know what I'm saying? I wanted her to know that I was with somebody else. It was just out of anger, and that's the truth.
And
And
that's
Tanya,
sad.
go ahead. Well, Tanya knows how I am. She knows I'm not a cheater.
no, you're not, and you know, I mean, very loyal, very committed. And as far as like the topic of cheating, period, and the situation that I'm just going to keep it general. I'm just saying it is a decision. We all know that, right? It's something that you physically say, or you mentally say, I'm going to do this act. So it is a decision. Now, what we all know also that with decisions, emotions sway that. You get what I'm saying? Or circumstances or situations help to influence it and sway it one way or the other. So I'm not saying that it's right to do, or you know what I'm saying, the decision that you made, yes, we know it's something, but what led up to you doing it does have an influence. It has something to do it. It's like interlocked together, it mingles together. You know what I'm saying? And the situation was rough.
I used to ask her all the time, how do you cheat? How do you do it and feel okay? I wish I was that way. I wish that I could do it. That's what I would ask her, and I would just try to see if I could do it. It's not nothing that I wanted to do. It was a waste of my time, and that's on God. That's the truth.
I'm gonna say like this. This is how I feel about it, and this is just me. If you get mad at the person you with, and you decide you want to get revenge, you want to go out there and do whatever it is you're gonna do, you have to understand subconsciously. To me, it's something you already want to do because it was just that easy for you to go ahead and do it. If it's just that easy for you to step out like that, man or woman, if it's that easy, subconsciously that was already on your mind. You already want to do that to begin with. You was just looking for a way to go do it and a reason to go do it.
Well, haven't
You
Now,
y'all
missing the
just
point. Wait, you
I
missing
say,
the point,
no,
Francis. You
I
missing
was
the
giving
point.
my, no, I was giving my opinion. I heard what you said.
Okay.
I heard what you said. Okay, so and even if it's and people got to remember there's different levels to cheating, whether it's sexually, whether it's whether it's it's different levels to cheating. There's cheating communication. You have no business over there sitting up,
Emotional,
yeah,
physical, all of that.
all of it. There are different levels to cheating. It doesn't just have to be physical. Just be, and if you get mad and you go over here and you talk to an ex or someone you should be talking to, the one you with, that's a form of cheating. If she doesn't know about that phone call, that's a form of cheating.
True that. But people all the time, you know what they do? They do things to make their significant other jealous. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying some people
Yeah,
do. And,
yeah.
and in my situation, that's what I did. I wanted to make her jealous, so I played the role. So
I
I'm just telling you, I was using the person.
yeah.
I was actually using the girl that I went out with just to make her jealous. That's it. To let her know either you straighten up or either there's somebody else out here that will take your seat. It was
Okay,
just a wake up call.
I got a question. Why do that when you could have used your lips to tell her that instead of actually doing that?
Because some people you have to actually show
It
them.
wasn't as if she hadn't spoken this.
And thank you.
Had said the issues and the problems that we had before.
Some people are hard-headed.
It was just a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying? And since it's straight talking, we're keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I have cheated. You know what I'm saying? And I've done it. I'm not proud to say it, but I've done it a few times, and I'm not saying physically. Like you said, Francis, there's different levels to it. And because I wasn't communicating, our communication was our issue. I wasn't communicating. And so with that being said, it led to a roadblock, and I sought to talk to other people for whatever it was, you know what I'm saying, that I'm looking for. And it never satisfied it, you know what I'm saying, and it wasn't justified to do. It is a choice, you're right, like we've always talked about, but it's just like some circumstances, if I wasn't right, I wasn't mentally right anyway to even be seeking something else. I should have been trying to come to her to fix it. We ultimately, I mean, it worked itself out, but it's just you find yourself in the situation. I don't know how else to put it. You just find yourself there, and then I wrote down impulsive. Yes, some things are impulsive.
That's what I was about to say. A lot of men cheat because of that impulse, because that woman is there, they're available, and they don't even understand how they ended up in that situation. It's because that opportunity was there to cheat, so they end up falling into it.
One thing I learned asking the questions that I asked about why men cheat, a lot of times, in my defense, not speaking for no other woman, I cheated because I was missing something physically, mentally, and emotionally. I was trying to make a piece of puzzle fit that wasn't supposed to fit. That it was broken. It did not fit. And I did it for 9 years, trying to be that woman that held my family together. But a lot of times the answer that I got, men can actually sleep with multiple women and not have an emotional tie. It's just another pair of panties added to their belt. For me, I can't do that. I can't give my body to a man and not have some type of attraction, some type of emotional feeling to you. I just can't do that. And when I ask why, and it's just the chase. It's like, I ain't gonna get
thrill, like you said.
She already know what
and it could be just women, that.
Some women eat it up. Some women know this man got a woman at home. He's got a wife at home. He's got kids at home. They don't care. So the more you try to explain to them that you're married, the more you try to explain to them that you're a family person, they don't care. They like that chase.
Yeah,
they like it.
So I was about to say
that's real.
Yep. But what you were saying about men don't get attachment, they do. They do get attachment. They just hide it. You
play it off.
You be that woman, that side piece, and go try to talk to somebody else. You'll see the real character that comes out of that man. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Snatch you right on up and pull you to the side, and the boy look be ready to beat you down, and knowing he ain't got no right to.
And you okay. Look.
All right, we're going to the next one.
Okay, so I'm gonna give 3 reasons why I think men cheat. Opportunity, thrill of the moment, and lack of commitment. So let's go back to opportunity. Men, or let's say women, outnumber men 8-1. Because of that, there's a variety to choose from. A lot of times, men are in relationships and they may meet someone and they may have an interest in that person even though they're involved in a relationship. And so even though they may not want to be with that person, it's just the fact that if that person gives them that opportunity, they tend to take advantage of it. And it usually goes back to just the thrill of that moment. They don't want the relationship, but the opportunity presented itself, they took advantage of it. I think the second reason is because of lack of commitment. A lot of times men get involved in relationships and and they're not really committed to that relationship. And because they're not committed to that relationship, they tend to cheat. They in the relationship for all the wrong reasons. And so because they're in it for all the wrong reasons, they're not committed to it. And so once again, they cheat. And then the third reason I believe that men cheat is because, especially those who have been with women for a long period of time. So, we like to make love to our woman. That's why they call it love making. We like to make love to our woman, especially if we love and we care about her. After a certain period of time being with that person, a lot of times the love making goes away, and it goes from love to just sex. And because of that, that can cause conflict in relationship. And also within that realm, also there's the woman may not want to have sex as often, or may not want to have sex at all. And so after a certain period of time, the man finally gets fed up. They may have been getting into arguments about sex, having lengthy discussions about sex, but the sex is not happening. And so because of that, they tend to go outside that relationship to get it from somewhere else. And once again, that goes back to opportunity. So that's just my opinion.
Well,
Okay. That was interesting to hear him say men like love making, or that the love making go away. Once the love making go away, then men stray outside the relationship.
so
I
it
would
gets
see
old.
that more as a woman. Far as a woman,
A woman where it gets old and then they
no.
start
I'm talking about far as the making love part. A lot of men, a lot of times they just want to jump in. You know what I'm saying? Aggressive. They want to skip that foreplay. They just want to jump in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think that was kind of interesting to hear that, because if a man is craving the love making part of the relationship and he doesn't get it, so he goes out and cheat. Do y'all think a lot of men are like that?
Yeah, I do.
No, wait, do I think like what?
Like, do you think a man is really emotionally bonded with that love making part in a relationship?
And so when it
And
gets
so
old,
when it gets old and we're not making love anymore, we're just hitting it, wham, bam, thank you. That he
I
gets
do.
tired of it, so he goes out because his emotional part is not fulfilled.
I think I'm surprised about that.
I think it's more so if you're doing the same thing, you have to change it up a little bit. If you're doing the same thing for a long period of time, for some people that gets tiresome. Then they don't communicate and don't tell the other one, hey, let's try something new. So then they step out. Now they got somebody who straight letting them just do the pound game on them. Now that's more exciting to them at this moment. When he could have talked, he or she could have talked to their significant other, and they could have did that. You know what I'm saying? They could have changed it up. That's all they had to do was change it up.
I
But
should
yeah,
have.
Hey, tried in a different room or something.
I
but
should
believe it or
have.
not,
Outside.
men are into the love making thing. You do have
Yeah,
some that do,
I think
and believe it or not, the crazy thing is some men are so in tune with it and so into it only because they know what they can do, and it like kind of like boost their ego to
You're right.
do it and watch that woman. You know what I'm saying? Crazy for it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's interesting. Because
they get a kick out of it.
emotionally bound though. Like I mean, in the first part, you would think, yeah, I see that being more of a woman thing. I guess the love making part being really caught up, and then when it fades out, and like he said, long term relationships. You've been with somebody for a long time, and then all of a sudden now, like positions are the same. I need something different. Okay, but I would have thought that would be
I should
more.
have asked the question to the men: why do some of them live fake lives instead of far as they go out and find this other woman to do things instead of asking their partner to do it? Why are they so afraid to ask the partner to fulfill their needs, far as sexually? That's what I should have asked.
Might
You know,
be
you
another
got
Probably,
thing.
you got
well,
some.
probably because they look at her as a homely girl. You know what I'm saying? That she ain't gonna want to do that stuff when they really don't know. They had to communicate it. They could have found out that they had an undercover freak. All
There
they
you
had to do
go.
was
You,
communicate.
but you got some people. You got a comment in over here in it says that relationships should not be based on sex. That is so true. That is absolutely true. But at the same time, that intimacy, something is missing from that relationship. It's not just sex. Your house is broken. It's not just sex. I mean, it's way before the sex, because I can be mad at you and make you feel like the best man on the planet and still go back to being mad at you because I'm trying to get what you're trying to get. We going in the same direction on the same damn highway. So no, the relation, it was broken before the sex got broken. Sex just ended up being the last domino to fall in some relationships. So I mean, I was in a relationship where I can honestly say I went years, not 6 months, not a year, but 2 and 3 years where I would probably have sex once a year, twice a year. And I still was trying to make that relationship work. And I don't know nobody, and I'm not saying that there ain't nobody out there, but I don't know no woman that can hold the record that I held of trying to hold out, be strong, be that black man, hold your man down, pay the bills, take care of the kids.
Girl, no.
I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody.
And you probably won't meet one.
And you paying all the bills too?
I did
Girl,
it.
no.
I did it for 9 years, and that was my relationship. Did not break up.
And they ain't getting none.
Go ahead, Ted.
Hey, that comment you had up there.
Yeah. Let me bring it back.
Okay. Yeah, that right there. Okay. So
to have a real healthy relationship. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead and you read it.
Okay, this is naughty. To have a real healthy relationship is not to base it on pure sexuality. Base it on connectivity and understand toward each other.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. True enough, it should not be based on that alone. But you also have to understand sex is also a form of communication. Sometimes when you're with your significant other and you in that moment, you don't know what to say. Sometimes sex is how they communicate. Now, I'm not talking about just two people that just met each other. I'm talking about two people who have been in a relationship. When you have that connection and you communicate with words, sex is just another form of communication. Don't get it wrong. Sex is a very big part of it because sooner or later that tension builds up. They're going to want to release. And the same thing goes for a woman. It goes both ways. So true enough, it shouldn't be based on that, but that is a part of it. That's also what makes a connection. Like I've heard before, sex is the closest thing, the closest you can get to a person. So
one thing that a woman said, well, I had read her story actually. She said that her and her husband, they stayed abstinent before they got married, right? She said when they got married and they finally got to that intimacy part, she figured out that he couldn't even please her in bed.
That's horrible.
And that's the reason why she stepped out and cheated. She said she waited all that time, 2 years, without having sex. And went ahead and got married. And now she realized that the man can't please her. She said she wished that she could rewind time and would have test drove the car before.
You need to go back and tell that woman, whoever she is, you said I do. So it is your job to teach your man how to please you. Because it ain't always about the ocean and the boat. But if you show him them right spots and where to go, baby, you'll think you just got remarried.
Well, I say it like this, and where I'm gonna be, and then I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. I'm gonna go over here to the devil's side. Listen here, whoever this woman is. And once you teach him and he still ain't got it right, go on and sign them papers. Don't just go step out and cheat on them. Just go on and sign them papers and then go get you somebody. That way, I mean, I'm being honest. That way you ain't got to sneak around. You ain't got what's the point in sneaking around? Don't get me wrong, marriage is sacred. But, I mean, there's times when I would tell anybody, don't stay in a relationship if you ain't happy. You know when you're done, you know when you done had enough. You know what I'm saying? But if it don't work, then it don't work.
I feel like that is a common thing that happens with a lot of people, especially
a lot of women that they don't speak
marriages, about. And then just people in general. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about not being able to be fulfilled
and getting married. No, you become a union, and now
Yeah, with those arranged marriages.
You don't know anything about each other, but then that time comes, and then it's like, oh, well, shit.
What about women who don't speak out if they're not being fulfilled? And now I'm on the woman's side now.
That becomes a problem. So, on both
But
sides of the fence, I
think
guess.
both men and women fake orgasms. But anyway, that's a whole nother
That's a
topic.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
What?
That's a whole nother show.
One day.
I'm not finna fake nothing. If you
What you say you
ain't,
gonna crack the whip? You
yeah,
better
if
get
you
it
ain't
right.
doing it, if you
I
ain't
have.
doing it, I done had it. I done had it this way. This way. And I done had it this way. And if you can't do it this way or this way, you better find another way to do it.
Nay, what about this way?
Yeah.
Since you throwing up hand signals, I thought I'd help you out.
Because I'm in somebody else's house. I'm not at home.
Did you say you had another video to play? I mean,
Did you teach them?
Did you get it right? Did you get them right?
Yeah, I had to tell them.
Lord,
Like,
hey Amber,
you gotta
hey
start
girl.
over. Baby. You not fit to get me dirty. You're not. No, bro.
And it's just
go
okay.
brush your teeth. Go do something, cause this ain't over.
Girl,
this ain't
I'm
over.
just done. I'm done.
No. So women,
so
when
done.
women,
You ain't gonna let them tap out, Nay? You ain't gonna let them tap
No
out?
excuses. No excuses.
I don't want to throw the person under the bus because we had it. Never mind. But
I think with that being said, I'm gonna go on to the next man.
please.
No, man. This is Stephen Kidd, comedian. Stephen Kidd, man. And you can get at me, StephenKiddComedy.com. And I think men, on the serious note, I think men cheat because greed, man. Just lust, greed, just greed.
Greedy.
I totally agree.
They greedy. They want it all. Why have just one when I can have a boat full?
That's the reason why a lot of them won't commit.
So therefore, that lack of commitment thing
Yeah.
can't ever just commit to nothing. Yeah.
If I commit, then that ties me down to one.
I can have them all.
That's right.
But you with the one and you're claiming to love the one, but you got to step out and still have many multiples. Why don't you find the one that's going to fulfill everything that you need that you done found in all those
Well,
multiples?
that's because, listen, somewhere along the line, somebody done put in his ear that he hacking. They done stroked his ego, so now he want to put it all over the world.
Oh, damn. It's an ego thing, an ego booster. Somebody done boosted the ego. Okay. But that's just ridiculous.
So would y'all say that it's not love if a man cheat on you? I know every woman gonna say yes. Because
That it's not love?
that it's not that they don't love you if they cheat on you.
The reason that they cheated on you is because they don't love you.
It's not true. No, that's not true.
I'm
That is not
gonna
true.
say this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying I don't agree with it. What I am saying is, in any relationship, you're gonna have your mud that you go through. Can't nobody say what they will or won't do.
That's right.
Until you are put in that spot.
That's
now,
right.
I will say this because I know my girls watch this show and appreciate it. But they daddy was a capital DOG. Okay? Wasn't nothing lowercase about that situation. And I used to say, oh, I'm up, baby. And I kept taking him back. And he kept being sorry. And I kept taking him back. And he kept being sorry. Until that last time where he was sorry. And I pistol whipped his ass. And now he thinks he's got. Now he
I knew the
thinks-
gangster. I knew the gangster was coming out.
Why, Nate?
out here in the
Why?
free world because you are
Lord
supposed
have
to be
mercy.
the example for. And this is going somewhere else, but you're supposed to be the example for your daughter on what a real man should be to her. But because you were so busy being a Jezebel and a flute boot, that you just messed up what you had. And I say all that to say, that people can say what they want to say. You don't know what you're going to do until you're in that situation.
I
Once
definitely
you're in
agree
that
with that.
situation, then you'll know how to handle it. Because all of us on this panel done either cheated or been cheated on. right or wrong.
So
Right.
true. So I asked, so do you think that a man doesn't love you because he cheats? Or do you think a man still can love you even though he cheats?
Yes.
Which
No.
one?
That they still can love you even though they cheat. Now, the love that they have for
You
you
may
may
still
not
love
be
me, but
the
when I
in
get to
love
shooting at
part.
your ass, you ain't gonna love me no more. The love gonna be dead. Because I feel like me as a woman, I have more than enough. I know my self-worth. You shouldn't have to go out. Because what we do behind closed doors in the bedroom between me and that man, I mean, shit, we can play Tarzan, goddamn, it ain't no thing. So what
Yeah,
is it out
right.
there in the street that a woman can give you that I can't?
I
So
think
it's when
it's
women, to me, lose their self-worth, to me. And I did lose my self-worth, not once, not twice, but multiple times dealing with my kid's father. And I had to find out who I was, is what I'm saying. We can sit up here and discuss why men cheat all the time, but why do women accept it is the multiple question. That's the number one answer.
Well, and I have to say that's one of the reasons why men cheat, because they say they know that we're going to take them back. That was
My
one of the
ex,
answers.
my ex said he thought we was just separating for a little while, and that was 2 years ago.
That's an excuse.
Uh,
Go ahead, Tad.
to what you asked a while ago. Okay, so I think just because a person cheats on somebody, it doesn't mean that they don't love them. I just feel like you don't love them enough to be faithful. You
that's what
love
I
them,
was
you just
saying.
don't love them enough. You know what I'm saying? There could be love there, but some odd reason that's
You're
not
no
enough.
longer in love anymore. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You love them, you have love for them.
Or
You're just
even, I
not the
mean,
in
no.
love part.
Well, I feel
Well,
like if a man don't
you
have faith
no,
in
because you
himself,
can
he ain't
still
gonna have
be
faith
in
in the
love.
relationship.
Yeah, it's like you can actually be in love with somebody, and you could probably worship the ground they walk on, and still mess around and cheat. But still, to me, I say you might love me, but you don't love me enough not to do it.
Okay, what do y'all think about these men who are in these relationships who really don't want to be in a relationship? You think that's the reason why they cheat?
That they're just not there. Well, it goes with the committed part. You haven't cemented it. You know what I'm saying? You're in the relationship with the person and you're just playing a game, or it's just for the spur of the moment. Maybe that's why y'all hooked up, or you know how sometimes I don't know, I've heard this from someone before where it was like, dang, I didn't really want to be in this relationship. She just kind of forced me into it type thing, you know. And so
No,
you're
it
like,
is.
damn. So you cheat now to step it out with other people because, oh, I'm just forced in this relationship. That's a bunch of shit. But I'm
Right.
just saying.
I said, yeah, that's one of them. It was only supposed to be a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And next thing you know, y'all in a whole
Now we
relationship.
married.
Y'all
And got
going grocery
married, got
shopping
kids, and
together.
everything else.
Y'all done start living together. It was only supposed to be a one night
Ah,
stand. Now, hey, y'all all cooped up in the house together.
now you looking upside of there like, damn.
Then another excuse is they say women. My wife didn't change. She didn't gain weight, or she.
Oh, I think that's a hill of shit. You
I
can become
That
unattractive to
part.
somebody. You know what I mean? You
look.
things happen, life happen, kids happen, situations happen. You
I
telling me that
They
now all of a
you
sudden you done lost the attraction?
I had
No,
that.
you lost something else besides the physical. I'm sorry.
I
they
had that happen
do.
to me.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
had that happen to me. I gained, y'all. I'm at 170, 172 right now. I 258 pounds 5 years ago. And I told myself and I thought to myself as a woman, well, maybe that's why he's not sexually active with me, because I didn't gain weight because I'm too fat. Or maybe it's because of my disability, or maybe it's because I blame myself in that situation. When she said that, that resonated with me until I found my own self. My self-worth is what I mean. But I did blame myself, like, boy, at first, boy, we was, 5, 6, 7 days
Like
a week.
right?
But then now all of a sudden we don't and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Judy, I done told you. Girl,
What'd you
how
tell
can
me?
how can I lay next to this man and this man ain't touched me in 2 months? Girl, it's been 3 months. Girl, how long am I supposed to be faithful? It's been 6 months. Girl, I'm about to go run and find me a monkey to play with. Girl, what am I supposed to do? I mean, if this
But
is
that's
if this is not telling you that I love you and I ain't out there looking for John Doe, what a sister supposed to do?
Just
until
saying.
I went out there looking for John Doe, and then you realize what you had at home. But now it's too
It's
late.
too
But I
late
did.
You
now.
found
but
John Doe too, didn't you?
Then you know, girl.
And
found
John
him.
Doe get on my damn nerves too. His slate ain't clean either.
Go ahead, Taz.
I was going to say to when you said something about the gaining the weight, and I was going to say and like Tony said, that's a hunk of BS. But the thing of it is you have to also remember, in a man's mind, they have this
The
perception of
physical.
how we're supposed to be. You know
I
what I'm
know,
saying? And it's like even after having kids, you're supposed to still have that old
baby.
tight
You got
body or whatever the case
right.
may be. But here's the thing. Now, what if the tables was turned? And what if
And
he
I get
said,
that, Francis, for
you know what I'm
real.
saying?
Like,
What if a woman said, well, you got this old pot belly. I don't want that. I'm gonna go over here and give me Mr. Bodybuilder or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the tables were turned and women did that to men, girl, it'd be a whole bunch of body bags laying out here.
I have to just ask this. I mean, Jay, I know, okay, you're not a man, but you think like one a lot,
Okay.
y'all. Okay, so I gained a lot. Okay, so how did you adjust and feel? Because I have to say that she never made me feel like my weight gain or whatever was something that she wasn't attracted to. And I felt ugly, like my own self-esteem from me. I look at myself, I'm like, man, I wouldn't sleep with me. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't be attracted to me. But she never made me feel like that. And I know there was, times when it was just real bad, but you didn't, why were you able to still make me feel like,
Now, in the beginning, I never dated big women, okay? But I'm gonna tell you, I love big women now. I'm attracted to big women.
Convertible?
Yep, I'm attracted to big women. I'm just put that on out there.
dumb?
You know what I'm saying? And but the only thing, your weight never bothered me at all. I loved it, no problem at all. The thing that would bother me, that make me look at you different sometimes, is just your attitude. Sometimes your attitude is what affected me more than your physical appearance.
Do you think that's
You know,
the case
'cause-
with most men?
Yeah.
It's the attitude
It's
more
the
than the
attitude.
physical?
Sometimes it is. Yeah, that attitude that a woman has. Being too much, being extra, it'll make a man stray away.
I wanted to say this, and I was laughing when we talked about the weight. The roles were reversed for me. Yes, I lost the weight due to gastric sleeve. Thank you, Jesus, because the bitch was tired of sweating and being fat and calling on the Lord. But
And every 5 steps.
yeah, I
Puffy,
got my
puffy.
Mr. Belvedere, and he's not. He don't got the 6-pack. He ain't got the hazel eyes. But he just right for me. That's why I started laughing. The roles were reversed. He got a pot belly. I got a phoneful. We just be phonefuling it around. We be rolling it around. We be making it do it. And it was funny when that was brought up. That's why I laughed. Because like you, Tanya, he was like, well, I'm getting older, so what we gonna do, when I get
We
older,
gonna make it work. That's what we gonna do.
and put them in that cup over there on that nightstand. Because you still got some work to do. When you say I do the
Work.
just because, baby, work it out. Work it out. Work it out. Just like I
Gotta
took
make it
you
work.
on, you took me on. So you better figure it out.
I know that's right.
Okay, y'all. My next question is: do y'all think getting lap dances or sexting? Do y'all think that's cheating? Because a lot of men say they don't think that's cheating. They say, well, I'm not physically having sex with anybody, so
there
why are
goes
you
the
accusing me of
excuses.
cheating?
Like Francis said
There-
earlier, there's
there
lots
are
of
different
levels.
to cheating. Yes, if you were in a strip club and they have putting her behind all up on you, and say, for instance, you done went to the
Well,
house
wait a minute.
and you
Wait a
ain't
minute.
said nothing. Hold on, no, you ain't said nothing. Yes, just because you go to the strip club don't mean you got to get a lap dance. Now it's different if both of y'all are together
Oh,
and
wait.
it's
Okay.
approved of.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Now remember, we talking about cheating. We ain't talking about y'all being there together. We said cheating, Tanya. Get out
Wait
of
a
that
minute.
one. Get out. No, no, no.
Wait a minute. Wait a
No,
minute.
nope.
Because strip club. Wait a minute,
No.
y'all. Wait a minute.
No.
I think I
No.
can understand. The
Because
strip club.
because
No, it
listen,
can't be. Wait a
no.
minute, Francis.
I'm gonna
Now.
tell you why I say that. Simple. Okay. You go to a strip club. Say for you got some people that go to the strip club just to go have a drink and watch the entertainment, because that's what it is, entertainment. That doesn't
Right.
mean if you are involved with somebody, that doesn't mean somebody else, just because you at a strip club, have a right to put their hands on you or any other body part. That don't go. You still have to have the level of respect. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. That's like for me, I can't go to a male strip club. I'm not gonna go because I don't want you all up on my
But
shoulder. I don't need nothing on my shoulder. Even if I go to a female
duh.
strip club, I'm not gonna let it happen.
But the way I look at it is it's the environment, and it's kind of an understood thing. I'm not saying that the person that's getting the lap dance needs to be all gropey and all of this extra, because it's that would be, maybe I would be like, oh, okay, now wait, hey. But it's different. It's not as if you're at a grocery store and then this person decide to come grind, or you know what I mean. It's different. It's the environment. That's what they're supposed to do. Is that not what these girls get? You knew your mate went to the strip club. It's liable to happen that they gonna come and give them a lap dance and be grinding all up on it. And if they get excited and come home and bring it to you,
I did not say. Never did I say that it wasn't their occupation or it wasn't going to happen. I feel if you go to a strip club, like for instance, if I was to go out and go to a strip club, a now female finna come sit on my lap. I don't want her greasy ass on my lap. I don't need
her greasy ass.
I don't. That's something I don't want. I'm not with it.
Nicole says she said I get excited. Honey.
Yeah, Nicole says I love to go to the strip club with my partner. I get excited to see my partner get a lap dance.
Me too. With her partner. Right.
Again, the key word, we're talking about cheating. We're not talking about with your partner. With your partner, when you with your significant other, that's in agreement. It's okay. They're right there. They're approving of it. If they are not there, and say you went home, say for instance, Judy knew you went to the strip club, right? Say you got a lap dance and there's a female all up on you. You go home, but you never did tell Judy. Next thing you know, somebody done ran into Judy that was at the strip club done told Judy that
did you say Diana's girl?
Yeah.
That bitch didn't tell me she was there. Damn, I could have went with her.
All right, look.
See that.
Whatever,
Judy. Nay, girl, you about to pop, girl. What is, girl?
All I'm gonna say is, I guess me and Mr. Belvedere, we be both cheating, because if I see a nigga and we driving down the road and he got a six pack and he brown skin and his eyes is hazel, and I'm like, damn, Jesus Christ. But at the same time, I can see a beautiful woman, and some women don't like this, but in my mind, and trying to have an open mind for me, you know, if I see a nice woman and she got a shape, and I just told my friend on the ride down here where I am now, because I'm not at home, y'all. If I don't have a problem giving a woman a compliment. We was at a gas station, and she got them tots on the table like I do, and her stomach was flat, and her waist was small, and she had on them 501 jeans, Judy, like the stretchable kind. And then she came through there looking like Dolly Parton, and I said, Mr. Belvedere, now I got some booty, but that bitch right there got an ice. She got an ass. She got an ice.
That's different.
Look, but guess what? I do that too. Like
all I'm saying is, as far as the stripper part, if people be more open-minded to the stripper side, now where that man crosses the line, it is like Francis said. It is exactly like Francis said. If you all up in that strip club and you about to stick your finger in that lady booty, you too goddamn close.
Okay, now that's too much when you get to physically. That's like I said, when you get to touching and doing all of that now.
You get men that do that. They think that that's okay.
And I said that because I used to be a stripper. So
what was your name, girl?
Club. So I know. I done seen the shit go down.
Taz. Taz. Girl, what was your stripper name, girl? What was your name, girl?
Stay. I'm gonna close that box. Get on to the next. I'm gonna close the box.
Y'all, somebody open that box back up.
Hey, my son that came in here talking about open it back up.
Right. Hey, son, ain't that right, mama?
This is the one that y'all have not met. This is Damon. This is my youngest baby.
Hey, youngest baby. Your mama crazy. Talk about I used to strip. But Cynthia, back to what you.
We're not gonna open it. Go back in.
Oh, Cynthia, look, okay, but what you said, I do that to Jay. Like we're at the drive-thru, like, baby, look at her right there. That you like that right there, right? I think that's adding spice. No, we went to this something kind of
The
club or
bar
whatever.
club.
Yeah, bar club. And I was like, the bartender was a woman, baby. When I tell you she had all of them up here, honey, she had it all out. All this was just out. And I said, Jay, can you go get us a drink? She's like, I said, what? What do you mean, You always. She acting different. And I'm looking at Jay like, what's wrong with you? She like that woman over there flirting with me. I said, baby, go on over there, go flirt with her, go flash them dimples, go on flash that, go on back with her or whatever. So it became a game between her and I. And it was interesting because we brought it home and it just was like a, I don't know, role play type thing. You get what I mean? Like, it spiced shit up. That's all I'm saying. So I think the environment, like the strip club, can help spice shit up for your relationship. That's all I'm saying.
I went to that woman in that gas station and I said, can I tell you something, ma'am? And she said, yes. I said, girl, I know I got a booty, but bitch, you got ass. And she walked in the truck to her husband and she was laughing and he took a little drink or whatever, opened the door. And he said, what's so funny? She said, that lady just complimented me and she straight said, like, hey, lady, I'm not gay, but bitch, you fine.
You got nice.
Gave me the thumbs up like that. And so I pointed at Great in the gas station. I said, that's mine. I said, you better hold her because he looking. He still looking. He looking at her. He looking. When the man died, Judy, I wish I would have traded number with that man. I might have would have kissed her or something. That bitch was fine though, for real.
So Nay, you and Tanya, y'all are okay with your others looking at others.
With me?
I don't have a problem with it's when you're disrespectful doing
when you with me doing there's a whole when you with me.
When you're being disrespectful doing it, it's a problem. As long as you're respecting me, because we have to be honest on this show. You're gonna look at what is attracting your eyeballs. So you have you got to be ready for that. I'm not no dime piece, but I damn sure ain't no nickel piece either. I'm in between that 9 and that 10. I ain't gonna never be
all right, girl. We hear you, Nicole. Girl.
Nicole said, my wife know me. I'm always saying something about an ass that passes by. We're at the point where she will tag me to look at a fatty.
Look at I call you on the phone. Girl, that was this girl.
Y'all crazy.
That's different. When you're with your partner and y'all doing it, because I did that when I was married. That's the difference. That's because it's in agreement. Y'all are okay with it. But we're talking about cheating. We're not talking about with your significant.
They're crossing that line,
I just got happy, y'all. I just got happy and got off the subject.
Like Cynthia said, like when I
was
my ex-husband said, this is what pissed me off. Because I would catch him looking and he'd try to act like he wasn't looking. My thing is that's what the fuck you got eyes for. You're supposed to look. What I don't want you to do, I don't want you to sneak and do it, and I don't want you gawking in a disrespectful way.
That's right.
Things.
That's right.
And trust me, we'd be downtown Dallas, and I'd hit him. Hey, nice day, don't you? And it was fine. You see what I'm saying?
But Francis,
I ain't doing it.
But Francis,
but when y'all are not together and you're doing things that is considered in the cheating category, you're wrong. We're talking about when you're.
But Francis.
What?
Was your name Taz?
Nope. Nope. Not going.
You know how the Tasmanian devil be spinning around and shit? Is that where it came from? Be spinning on that pole?
Girl, she was on that pole doing splits.
Here is the funny thing. I got it tatted right here, but y'all no. Now the other
we finna go.
Let me guess.
That's a whole nother subject.
It was diamonds.
Nope. Listen.
Damn.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Hey, y'all finna laugh at what I say. One of the songs that was in my skit and it didn't get planned on, it just got put there. Girl, Thunder Rose.
Oh Jesus, Lord Jesus, not the. So her name was Thunder.
No,
that was her name. Thunder. It was Thunder.
No, not.
It was Thunder. Y'all, we look, we done got completely off. That's a whole nother show topic.
Your ass ain't sweet. It wasn't no damn sweet rose because you ain't sweet. Ain't nothing sweet about your ass.
Say it again, Nay. Say it again, Nay.
Wait, what? Who we talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking
about
you. Yes, you.
I ain't biting my tongue. Yeah, I'm talking about your ass. Ain't nothing sweet about your ass. What's sweet about you? Bitch, you is sour. What is sweet about you?
Her name was Sour Apple.
Sour taste. I'm done.
Hey, it had to do with something sweet. That's all I'm gonna tell you. That's it. And you right.
Have y'all ever had a sweet sour candy before?
And no, wait, it wasn't nowhere off in there.
Sour sweet.
Is that what you're saying?
Sweet sour soup.
Sweet.
Tort.
No.
Tort. No, okay.
Y'all.
Yeah, we on a whole nother right now, but we gonna get back. That's a show right there.
Yeah, we're going to
Taz's stripper name.
we're gonna have to get back on that one later.
Hey, that's the show y'all gonna have on your own. That's the show I'm not gonna appear on.
Anyway, y'all, it's been fun.
Getting to see a
Girl,
different
Girl, did an
perspectives.
hour
Yeah.
go by? It's been an
Girl
hour.
did
gone.
it. Did
It's
it, girl. Look, but seeing the perspectives from actual men, giving their points of view, we went out and we're speaking to different guys and having a different, just being able to ask that question. First of all, knowing that the guys really look at it like you breaking a code is like,
Yeah.
why y'all acting like this is taboo? We can't talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Man, I think a couple of men, they unfriended me.
It's just a question, but no, it's a real emotion. It's a real reaction. So it just makes it makes you think and wonder. Definitely women, we can discuss it a lot more or easier than men do. It's uncomfortable. There's a denial factor that we encountered also. So anyway, just being able to see different perspectives and hear it from their point of view for real, like them out of their mouth, the horse's mouth. It's just like, okay, all right, give us things to talk about and think about.
And we're not saying that all men cheat.
No, we're not, because
We
this is
know,
not
hey,
it.
women
Cheating,
can be conniving
that's why I
too.
was about to say cheating is a both sex thing. We all do it, but knowing why men do it, we couldn't answer that.
No,
Maybe
so,
you.
well, no.
Maybe you.
On the next show, we'll cover why women cheat.
Oh shit.
I would just
We should
Specifically.
get, baby, we should get
Specifically.
some good stuff.
Yeah.
I would
Taz,
just
what would you about to say,
and
Taz?
I still think that 9 times out of 10, women cheat better than men.
You too. Okay.
I do.
Better than. Mhm.
Nicole Davis agrees. What was you about to say, Taz?
When she said all women cheat, I was finna say, or all men cheat either way. No, probably just the ones that we know.
But I want to say this
With
in
that.
my defense. I want to say this in my defense because I done said this 100 times. I left an 18-year relationship and I left for the person I was cheating with. But just because I did it, I don't think once you cheat, you just continue to cheat, because I'm not like, if me and my significant other don't work out, I'm not gonna step out on him and just go cheat. I will give him the respect to just walk away. That's what I learned from cheating.
That's just old age that slowed your ass down. That's all it is. Old age. That arthritis got your ass now. You can't do too much. But anyway, y'all, we had a good show. I enjoyed all the comments.
Definitely.
I enjoyed this show.
Everybody.
Y'all make sure that y'all tune back in on Thursday. Like, share. Make sure y'all subscribe to YouTube. We're on Twitch too. So again, like, subscribe, and share. Get the word out.
Definitely.
And y'all have a good night. It's been straight talk, no BS. We love y'all.